Come in, close the door. It's good to see you. Deck profile from Akeem Davis. Shout out to the wise guys. Check out our clothing store.
Oh my God, what is up, YouTube? Yes, what is going on? I am here. Go ahead, Greg.
Hey, bro, the street said you topped something, bro,
Yeah, I got first place at the case tournament.
and I heard it was with a usual suspect. So I'm gonna just stop talking, bro. I'm gonna let you have the floor, bro.
Okay, well, I got first place with the chaos version of salads.
Chaos version of South. Okay. That's an interesting way to look at it, but
But they're Centurions.
Centurion is gas right now, isn't it?
I told everybody at the tournament the deck was nice, and yeah, it was nice. It's real nice.
All right, let's get into it.
I think I only lost once, and that was against Tempai, and it was just because I couldn't draw anything. It's like 5 turns, and I couldn't draw anything, and he couldn't draw anything, but then he finally drew. But starters, we got three Primera, 3 Trudea, 3 Oath, 4 Field Spells, and 1 Prosperity. Don't really need to. Oh, you know how many people ogre this? Like, even people who play Centurions ogre this when I have another card on the board. Stop. Like, read your cards, guys. Y'all play Centurions. Y'all should know this.
This can the new rarities too. I see.
This can also put the field spell in play. So a lot of people just keep going straight to the monsters. But to play around like draw and stuff, you can just activate this and put the field spell in play. Flip the field spell in play. So I've seen a lot of people not doing that. So you can do that. It's weird. Trudea, and then I see a lot of people not leave this in the spell and trap card zone. This is really important against Tempai. It's like this. If you leave, you can leave this, and your 2 Centurion synchros on the board against Tempai, and they're gonna have a hard time. They can't nuke your board, so they have to go into like their link plays or try to find other ways to try to out your board, and that's where your non-engine comes in, and then that's where like all your other stuff plays. And then at the end of that, if they like continue to push, then you can push up. But this should be sitting there at the end of your turn, like to protect your stuff.
So it's like hold that back as long as you can. Yeah.
Well, at the end phase, a lot of people is only putting 1 synchro up, but if you end with 2, then you'll be able to. And Trudeo is usually in the back, so you're able to put A-Tree and Premier back there, and you can just leave Premier there. And then, like at the end of your opponent's turn, like say if you need a search or something, then you can push her up. But you can just leave her there, and even on your turn, because you can search again on your turn anyway. Plus, you already have your follow up. And then this, I see a lot of people not playing this in the main. This is actually the thing with this deck, and this is why I say it's like salad. Like you either draw a handful of engine or a handful of non-engine, or both. And when you draw those hand with non-engines, this makes it a little bit better because you can just piece out the card that you actually need that pairs in with your cards. And then games 2, 3, you can just activate this to search for the cards that you need to push to break boards. Then the other Centurion stuff. I was playing 2. I cut 1. It was 41 cards when I was playing the 2. I cut the 1.
It's too much to play the second one. Yeah.
No, it's just if you play your cards right, it just will never come up to where you have to activate or resolve this again. You just have to play your cards right. This is what I found so far, at least.
I agree with that because I see a lot of people not play this right. So
that's another thing. Like people are not using this. Like people shotgun this a lot, and it's like. Oh man, they just be bugging me, bro. I don't even want to get into
playing around the Perulia is wrong, and yeah, I've seen all kind of wrong.
Yeah, man, but this is all you need. This card right here is the most drawn card in the deck. Most drawn card.
Sounds about right. But you still got it done though, bro. But,
that's what MF is horrible. It's a cool card. Being able to tag your cards out on your opponent's turn is pretty neat, but it's just bad on your turn.
Right.
The Chimera card, I know a lot of people say that this cool is nice. It negates stuff, but it doesn't negate the cards that you need to negate, like Perulia or Shifter or. It doesn't negate those cards, so I don't play it. And then the honorary engine, we got Bestials. I know there's the Fenrir engine version of the deck, and it's pretty cool. Like it gives you another starter low-key, but this is insane. Like the fact that like this covers so many matchups already, and then I can search it. Before I was just doing this because I didn't have the third, and then I was just trying to miss out every time for more non-engine. But now that I got this, say, all right, cool, you know what? I can leave this in every single time, even against bad matchups as where it's not good. I can leave this in just to give me Synchro 10 plays.
Now, my random question is, not a fan of Saronir?
It's not needed, really. I think Saronir is more so for like decks that real hard need like another branded card, or like branded beast or something. I think Saronir is better with that. Right. If I was playing 2, maybe, because I was doing 4 Bystials, and it was the one Saronir just to get access to that. But
it's the same thing.
I would rather just do another Jewel Swarm at that point. But these put in work. I combo with these all the time. I seen 2 almost all the time. And
he had something for him.
Fuck, just all right. Here we go. Normal summon premiere, Imperm. Sure. Well, summon. But this engine was really gas. Really insane.
Still promised by it, huh? Still swear by it.
Yeah.
Still that good.
I think it's the better version of Centurions out of the Fenrir version. It gives you so much more stuff.
Right.
The rest of the deck is non-engine. So yeah, 1 Talents, 3 Imperm, 3 Effect Veiler, 3 Ash, 2 Ogre, 2 Nib. I don't like opening multiples. I don't like drawing into another one like the Pot of Desires clause. This is the 40th card actually, to be honest with you. I didn't know what else to put. I didn't want to put a third Ogre and just get clogged with them. I didn't want to put a third Mid. I didn't know what else.
You're an expert deck builder, and that's one of the things you say. I don't like drawing stuff that says once a turn.
I don't. I really don't. Ash is okay.
Yeah.
Right? Because like I can Ash on my turn. Like I even Ash on my turn. Ash on my opponent's turn. You know, in certain decks I can add this back. You know, we're not talking about that. This is not that version of Salad. But Ash is okay. But these I just don't want. I hate. Oh, and it happened one time in the tournament where I opened
double ogre.
Ogre. And it actually panned out because it was against Ubel, but I didn't want to play 3, and I didn't want to play 3 Mid. I didn't know what else to be. I didn't think call by was needed. The multi cards is not good against this deck. Shifter is not really that great, so I didn't want to play call by. So I was like, well, let me just do this, and this was actually really good. I resolved it. I didn't look at anybody's hand, but I stole a card. I stole a tuner, a level 4 tuner, and I activated the draw effect like 3 times.
You know that's filthy to steal a tuner. You gonna act like, no, we're not gonna gloss over that, big fella. We heard what you said. No, we heard what you said.
Yeah, I stole a level 4 tuner. Shout out to BJ.
Yeah, you gonna put his name in the profile. Shots fired. Shots fired. No, that was
all the other hand traps they did.
It seems like all your hand traps did their work.
They did.
You can tell.
The only ones I did. This is the only one. Like I didn't resolve this at all. I actually used it as stand-up discard. I did not resolve this at all. But everything else, all the other cards in the deck.
Nobody was really walking in the nib. I've noticed that myself.
Well. The only deck that I played that I know could have actually nibbed was the fire deck, and I didn't see it, but I didn't need it at all anyway.
I got you.
40 card main deck.
40 clean. 40 clean.
Yep, extra deck. 2, these level 8s. 2 and 1. This card is actually really, really good. I almost fucked up and played 1.
I've heard everybody that loves the deck swears by 2 of them.
Yeah,
so.
it's definitely it's mandatory 2 of.
Yeah.
Just like Legacia, it's just mandatory 2 of.
Right.
The first one you'll use if it permits. You'll use in your combo first turn, and then you can use one of them as an interruption on your opponent's turn. Which is really, really good. Really, really good. It's just insane. And then you just pop your field spell. Your field spell won't pop. So the other card. So it's like Princess, right? When you. Like, if I'm playing Salad and I go Baling's Protect and, like, their card gets destroyed and mine doesn't, it's the same thing. I played this. This was supposed to be Chaos Archfiend. But I played this because of Tenpai. Whenever Tenpai does Seal and all that stuff, they end with 3 monsters, and 2 of them are Fadras. So I was like, well, an easier way to out that is just summoning him, nuke the board, and that's 1,500 damage, and then all I have to put is Legacia up, and then that's game right there.
Now you know full well you was timing people to death with this guy.
I did not go into time one time.
No, it was actually being used as a bomb in your deck and landing too.
Yeah, I mean, it was there for time though. It was there for time. Yeah.
Not all rectangles
but,
are squares. All squares.
I didn't get a chance to resolve it against Tempai. I summoned it one time, and it was a misplay, horrible misplay. The dude had a statue up, the Azurain statue, and I was like, oh, he has 3 bodies on the board. I can do the OTK. Summon, he goes effect. I'm like, oh.
You forgot all about it.
All right, I gotta go the other route. The level 10s. This card, man, this card is actually pretty good. I actually did some insane combos with this card. Just banishing my tuner, bring it back. I done banished some crazy opponent's cards and then brought them back with it. This is really good, and we all know this. I've ended with this alone by itself a couple times, especially against Tempai. And it actually helped. Surprisingly, it actually helped.
Chaos Angel is clutch, 100%.
The 12s. I see people playing 2 of these. You only need 1. If it gets outed, you can Bestial, regain, put it back.
Or just, I feel like I've seen you do. I'm not giving away your game plan, but I've just seen you make those 2 and just not do a whole lot of extra.
This is all you do. I see people are like trying to put this on the board and so like, you don't need all none of that. And I end my turn with these 2.
Play resources.
And it's very hard for any deck to out.
Yeah.
The one deck that can out it like this, if you give them a chance, is Tempai because of all the non-engine they play.
Yeah.
But if you, and like I said, if you end with Premier right here, it's very hard for your opponent to beat you. It's very hard for any deck to beat you. Any deck. It's very hard. Cause
that's why this deck has a ridiculous matchup.
You can sit there and not do anything and just let your opponent play into your non-engine. And then when your non-engine engine is done, you just, all right, I'll go Atri effect, True Day effect. I'll push them 2 up. Still leave them there. And then I can make my Cosmic Blazar, which I went into 2 one time the whole tournament. I just played the 1 a lot, and it's usually on my opponent's turn. There's one time that I ended on this on my turn, and then on the following turn I put a second one. That was against Ubel. But outside of that, I just only summoned 1. It was just ending on this every single time. Sometimes I ended on a Link monster additionally, but this would do the work. People just can't out it. They can't destroy your stuff. They can't attack over your stuff. They just can't out it. I guess I just explained all the 12s there.
Big Legacia, Legacia being 3,500.
Yeah, that's a big body girl right there. She got a big booty. 1 Typhon, I didn't summon it at all, but it was there for the mirror match, really, mainly. I played 1 mirror match, and it was basically, like I said, this using Adam's list. And like I said, like this version of the deck, if you play it very well, it should outgrind that version of the deck. Not saying that version of the deck is bad.
Explosive. Yeah,
that version of the deck is actually really good. It's really thought of. Shout out to Adam. That version of your deck is really thought out. It's really put together. I like it. I actually was gonna play it, but I just decided to play this.
Yeah.
And
still works.
Still working. Like I said, I played against his version, and it just blew it out. And then the last one is Link Monsters. This card does not need to be there. I know why it's there, so going to this.
To get off the Premier too.
Yeah, but it's just Primera's the only spellcaster in the deck. So like sometimes you don't see her and you got Trudea. So it's like this is just there. It's like it could be anything else. I would rather this be an IP to where I can go to one of these 2. We know this. This card right here is insane. I always saying, I need to play this in the deck, and I never put it in, and I finally put it in. This card is insane, especially with the cards in the side deck. But just make 2, summon it, out a card, whatever card, and then it outs another card during the battle phase. It's just really good. But what makes it really good is you get to out your floodgates, right? So you just use the Dark and Light, spell this, effect, pocket your TC Boo. It's off the board now. So now you can push up and play all your different cards.
You get rid of it when you want to on your time. Yeah.
Deck Lockdown, same way.
Your deck lockdown.
And then Power Sync Stone.
He gives it a deck.
Shout out to all the Tempai players who lost to this card. This is supposed to be actually Deck Lockdown. I couldn't get a third. It actually was 2 of this and this. And then Cafe, shout outs to Cafe, best locals in the KC. They had another one in stock. So I was like, okay, all right, bet. And so now I have 2 deck lockdowns. I didn't resolve this at all. In theory, it was decent. Like your opponent's turn, you flip this draw phase. You activate your cards. You summon you activate Tridea. You activate your field spell. Or not Tridea. Atri is your first monster effect. Crimson is your second. And then now you got your Cosmic Blazer on board. But you have this in play, so like they can't really do anything. They can't attack into you because all your monsters is big. So now you just have, even though they're vanillas, but they're humongous vanillas, and your opponents can't activate anything to out them. So they have to have a board out to out this. If they don't, they just lose. So that was a thought process on it. I didn't resolve it, but I did resolve these, and they won. Besides Alec, they won me every match. I resolved them. But yeah, this outs all of those.
Oh yeah, so you can just toss the deck lock down off the field and then take off on it.
But every time I activated, it stayed on the board, the length.
Right.
2 Droll. I didn't want to get caught by crazy stuff. 3 Phantasme. I do not play the Molcharmy cards. They're not necessary, really. Obviously, if I had them, I'll play them. Obviously, but no, I didn't play them at all. This card is actually pretty cool.
Still got the job done.
Yeah, this card is actually pretty cool. Like it protects you from like targeting and stuff like that. So your cards can get pushed through because people play Imperm, people play
that matters more than the Charmy at times.
Yes, actually did, and especially against like the Snake Eye deck, because I was also playing. They're not here right now, but I was also playing 3 Retaliating Sea. So I cited these in against the fire deck. So, and then when I see this, that's cool because I can summon this. And if I see one of these, they're bombers. So if I saw this, that's a bomb. If I saw this, that was a bomb. Yeah. So. I also cited this in against Bluebell. So, yep. And then the last cards were Cosmics.
Still broken.
Yep.
Still broken. Ain't nothing changed.
I almost want to main it. Glad I didn't because it would have
backfired.
Yeah. But that's it. Deck is really good.
I see you.